What up, everybody? This your boy Black Magus, and I was gonna make this at first a video saying what I've missed the Super Bowl or whatever number it is. Forget what number Super Bowl is. Damn. Then I was like, nah, I need to expand it because I need to say some stuff about the playoffs in general, and I was thinking about doing a separate video for that, but I could just do them all together. Then I was like, but you also were gonna do a separate video about the NFL season in general and how you haven't really spoke about things. In particular, how I've never spoke about how my Washington Commanders did, and kind of give a reason why. Then I was like, just say what I've missed, and just name it talking about sports in general. Because look, some of you know my current situation. I don't have my own place. I lost my place during COVID, and I have bounced around a bit. I've had some stability within the last year and a half, close to 2 years, but it's still not, the best situation. I don't have, access to all the things that I used to. Um, you know, I have internet, but I don't have, cable TV, and access to things within this place with cable TV. It's just a lot of shit that I just don't have that I used to have, and I'm not able to connect. The financial state won't allow me to do a lot of the streaming services. I can do some. Like, I do have Paramount and Peacock. Peacock I had already, and I get it pretty cheap. Those are pretty cheap, so I can catch games here and there. But for the most part, my following of sports in general has been just seeing things on the internet for the most, and that includes all sports. Like, football is the one that I probably get to see the most, and even then I don't get to see all the games, especially for the Commanders, because being, the local team plays generally on Fox. Because anytime they're playing an NFC opponent, which is the majority of the time, they only play AFC opponents 4-5 times a year, tops. Maybe 6 now since the expansion. But yeah, the majority of the teams are like, you're playing 2 NFC divisions, and then you're playing, the one AFC division, and usually there's a random game that's just another NFC team. Like, it bounces, it changes, it bounces. So yeah, and then the rest of the non-division games tend to be NFC too. Like, I want to say it's usually 6 games against AFC, and then it used to be 10, but now 11 against NFC. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, we don't, Paramount, CBS, and you only get certain games on CBS. I miss a lot. I miss a whole lot of that season. But yeah, like that, the Commanders had a great season. Jaden Daniels looked great. He makes people in the area very, very excited for the team. But I think the biggest impact, if you're a Commanders fan, you have to acknowledge that the biggest impact was the change of ownership. Getting rid of Daniel Snyder has been the best thing, and it was the thing that I've been saying for eons. It's one of the reasons why I kind of stopped talking about sports in general anyway, even before I had lost my place and access to being able to watch. Like, I just couldn't bring myself to talk about it and just do nothing but rage videos, like, because that's all I could do was rage about just how fucking fucked we were as fans, because this guy's control just ruined what was a good franchise. It was a solid franchise. We weren't always the best every year, But we had some level of consistency in making the playoffs and competing, things like that. You know, we at least were like a competitive franchise. But that basically changed with him. Like, you never knew what you would get. The years that you got a like competitive team were so far and few between. There was so much instability, all that shit. He was just a fucked up owner, and I'm glad we got rid of him. I'm glad we had this year, but I do caution Commanders fans, don't just let the process play out. Don't do like we normally do, which I know, yeah, most of y'all are gonna do it anyway, because Cowboys fans and Commanders fans are one and the same. They will place high expectations and over, expect things, and then when things don't work out the way that they thought, they fucking lose their shit and fall to pieces. Don't don't put yourself in that situation. Be happy that we had some progress. This is a rebuilding cycle. It's happened a lot faster, but there's going to be some slip back. He's going to have some growing pains. Because second year, everybody, catches up to what he's doing. See CJ Stroud, who had an amazing rookie year and then had a solid sophomore year, but it wasn't at the level of the rookie year. And a lot of people were chastising him for that, which, like, it's a process. Nobody lets processes, you know, work out. Give it up to the third year, okay, before you start falling to pieces. Um, and wait for super clear signs that it's all gone to shit. You know, I don't know, but yeah. As far as the playoffs, I was glad for the run. Philadelphia, goddamn, they had an amazing run. They had an amazing run after that first half of the season, period, where they just kicked it into overdrive and they clicked. Everything started to click, and Jesus, they were mauling people. They mauled the fuck out of the Commanders, and they mauled the fuck out of the fucking Chiefs. Goddamn, Chiefs. It's not that surprising that they got beat like that because all year they had been just like hanging in there, doing enough to win. Which hey, a win is a win, but sometimes that playing football like that, it catches up with you, and it caught up with them. It eventually caught up with them, and caught up with them in a big way. Sad to see the way that Travis Kelce was looking. He's been taking shit anyway since he's dating somebody that incels hate to death, and of course, after her endorsement of Kamala, MAGA people hate to death. So, yeah, he's getting a lot of the shit end of that stick. But yeah, it was a solid season. Can't wait to see what my team does next year. Hopefully, we add some pieces and it'll get better. As far as other sports, happy to see my Duke Blue Devils doing well. NBA, I don't really have a team as most of the teams that I used to root for when I was a kid either trash or I just fell off on because players that I used to care about, you know, got old, retired, things like that, and I just like moved on from those things. I will say this as a local of the Washington D.C. area, we are as traditionally sick and tired of the Wizards and just embarrassed and just don't care. Especially with Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole might be the worst trade and sign ever. Well, not sign. I don't think we signed him to an extra contract. Oh, we just signed him to an extra contract because if we did, goddamn, that's just sad, like, man. Yeah, like talent wise, he's great, but he's just not the type of player that's going to elevate a team. Like, he needs better pieces around him to shine to his like highest potential. Because he's not consistent. He's not that mentally tough. Nah, nah, he's not who you want as your superstar. But that's who the Wizards got. Um, but yeah, um, that's pretty much that whole thing in a nutshell with sports. But yeah, still following, just not speaking as much. Anyway, as always, you guys feel free to hit me up. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll holler at you later. It's your boy Blak, making them out. Deuces.